What's up, guys? It's Spaghetti Slap, also known as Owen here, and today's story is kind of a crazy one. Back in sophomore year, I was really interested in psychedelics. Now, at this point, I think I tried mushrooms 2 or 3 times, but anyways, I remember telling my boy Alex that I really wanted to try tripping on acid. So one night, he asked if I want to come spend the night. And I'm like, yeah, I like spending the night with my boys. I like hanging out with my friend. Fuck yeah. So I asked my mom, and she's like, yeah, I don't care. Go ahead. So I'm like, sick. He comes, picks me up, and we chill at his place for a while, watching YouTube, fucking around. Now, 8 or 9 o'clock rolls around, and he pulls out his wallet, and he takes out this aluminum foil that's all bunched up, and he unwraps it and takes out these little blue squares that have gold flakes on them. And I'm like, what is that? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, you're always talking about wanting to trip, so I got us acid. And I'm like, oh shit. I was excited, but honestly low-key nervous as fuck. And being, young, stupid me, I said fuck it. So I slipped it under my tongue and waited. About 15 to 30 minutes go by, and I think to myself, I don't even know how much that was. So so I ask Alex, I'm like, how is this measured? And what's a normal dose, like the average dose for a first time tripper? And he says it's measured in micrograms, and a normal dose is 25 to 100 micrograms. And I'm like, okay, cool, cool. So you gave me probably 75 micrograms, right? Smaller amount. This man proceeds to say, nah, that was a gel tab. So it's 200 to 300 micrograms. My fucking heart drops to my balls. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, but it'll be all good, man. You've taken mushrooms and it's not too much different. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. So about another hour goes by and I'm not feeling it. So my dumbass decides to take another tab. Now you might be thinking, why the fuck would you do that? And to be honest, I have no idea. So I take this other tab, and little did I know, I was going to be in for quite the trip. Literally. So about another hour goes by, and Alex and I are in his little office space, and we're playing, or he's playing the same riff on his guitar over and over to try to perfect it. Like the same 8 notes. And we've got this little TV on his desk playing Bob Ross and this keyboard on his desk. But the TV was elevated because his desk had levels to it, like shelves. So as he plays these 8 notes over and over, I'm looking at him, then I look at Bob Ross, then I look at the keyboard, and then he restarts the riff. And I get stuck in this loop of looking at him, looking at Bob Ross, looking at the keyboard, and him restarting the loop, or him restarting the riff, and I get stuck in a loop. And as I'm going back and forth, looking at everything, I start looking at the keyboard, and it starts melting into the desk, like lava is on it or something. It starts becoming part of the desk. And as everything starts to get a little too overwhelming, all of a sudden it just stops. And my friend's looking at me with this face of what the fuck? And he looks at me and asks, you good? And I just tell him, bro, I was stuck in a fucking loop. And he's like, what the fuck does that even mean? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I was stuck in a fucking loop. That's all I fucking know. Then after that, we have an hour or two just chilling, we're laughing, just having a good time, right? And I'm like, I decided I want to smoke a joint. We rolled a joint earlier. I want to smoke it now. So I'm like, hey, bro, let's go smoke that joint. I feel like smoking. So we crack open his basement window, and I hear the most gut wrenching screams. And I low key start freaking out about it. And I look at him. I'm like, do you fucking hear that, bro? And he's like, yeah, it's the foxes. And I thought I was tripping. I was tripping. I thought I was tripping. And I look at him and I'm like, motherfucker, what do you mean? Foxes? That's somebody fucking dying. And he's like, no, the foxes. They're fucking. And I'm in complete disbelief. I'm like, no fucking way. You're fucking with me, right? And he's like, no, I'm so dead ass, like, seriously. And I'm like, bro, like, put that on your mom. And he's like, dude, I put it on my mom. I swear to God, the foxes are fucking, they scream when they fuck. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just smoke this joint. So we smoked this joint with foxes fucking in the background. And then the rest of the night was honestly pretty chill. But that's not the end of the story. So the next morning, or afternoon, I guess, we woke up around like 1 o'clock. Alex's dad comes downstairs and he's like, why the fuck does it smell like weed down here? And we tried playing it dumb, like, what do you mean? And which obviously was stupid because the smell of weed does not just, like, why would we even smoke in the basement? The smell of weed sticks. And us trying to act like it wasn't there was pretty fucking stupid. But yeah, I got sent home early. Luckily, his parents didn't tell mine, and I don't think he got in trouble. They definitely tried getting on his ass about it, but I remember the next day we were hanging out, so obviously that didn't work. But yeah, that's the story of my first time taking acid. I hope y'all really enjoyed that. It was a fun story to tell. Um, yeah, and if you stuck to the end, yeah, maybe my next story will be about the time that I got pulled over and searched. Huh? That'd be a pretty fun story to talk about. Or the time that I ran from the cops. Or the time I broke into my school. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.